A very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome back to the EVS 1 class. So, as you know, we were doing our fourth chapter, that is the skeletal system. So, today we are going to learn the last part of the chapter, okay, which says that exposed skeleton. Yes, it is about the skeletal system that is outside the body. We're going to learn about the exposed skeleton, that is the exposed skeletal system, which is present on the outside of the body. Clear? So before going to the explanation and the discussions, let us first recall what we have learned in the previous class. So in the last class we have learned about the keeping the bones strong and healthy, how to keep the bones strong and healthy. And we have learned that having an healthy food, that is including lots of vitamins and the calciums in your diet, can make your bones strong and healthy. We have also learned about keeping your postures always straight. If we keep our postures always straight and erect, that makes our bones strong as well as healthy. Even we have learned that regular exercise, yes, regular exercise and outdoor activities will keep the bones strong and healthy. Along with the along with the points to keep our bones strong and healthy, we have also learned that any injury that leads to the crack or break in a bone is called fracture. And to know about a fracture, a doctor takes out our x-ray picture of that part of the body, and he is able to see the structure of the bone, what happened to it, and accordingly the fracture can be treated with the help of a plaster. Yes, a plaster which is being uh, made around that part of the body where there is crack or break in the bone, because this plaster helps to keep that part, that broken part, in correct position, and also helps to heal it very fast. Okay, so all these things we have learned about bones. Yes, we have learned about the uh, parts of the skeletal system. We have learned about skeletal system, the functions. We have learned how to keep the bone strong and healthy. We have learned what happened to the bone when it get injured or anything. So now we will learn something about exposed skeletal system. Okay, exposed skeletal system. As we know, we have a skeletal system that is inside our body, isn't it? First is the skeletal system, then I told you over the skeletal system we have the muscles, and then the our body is functioning, it's moving. But exposed skeletal system means that the skeletal system that is outside the body. So some of the animals, they have the exposed skeletal system. So let us see here. We have learned that humans have a skeletal system inside their body. Some animals have an exposed skeletal system. Have you seen a tortoise? It has a hard cover or shell on its body. The shell of a tortoise is an example of an exposed skeletal system. Yes, tortoise is an example of an animal having an exposed skeletal system. The shell that the tortoise is having, the hard covering that is outside the body of a tortoise, that is the exposed skeleton. That is an example of an exposed skeleton. Okay, now like that, can you name some of the animals that are having the uh, exposed skeletal system? We can give the example of a snail. Yes, snail is also having an outward shell, yes or no? So snail can be an example of an exposed skeleton. We can have butterfly. Butterfly also have an exposed skeleton. Okay, its bones are in the form of its skin. So snail, butterfly can be a example of an exposed skeletal system. Understood? Okay, now you have seen many creepy crawlies like earthworms around your house. Do they have a skeletal system? Now we have seen worms, yes or no? Earthworms, tapeworms, I can say, Yeah, flatworms. So they are the crawling animals. Yes, they are the crawling animals. So what do you think? Do they have a skeletal system? Think, do they have a skeletal system? The answer is no. They don't have a skeletal system. Understood? For that reason, they are unable to stand erect. Yes or no? They cannot be, you can always find them crawling and creeping. Yes or no? But they cannot stand straight. Yes, so for that reason, they do not have any skeletal system. Clear? Okay. Now, we'll come to the maths fun. An adult human has 27 bones in one hand and 30 bones in one leg. What is the total number of bones in one hand and leg? So in one hand, a human is having 27 bones, and in that leg and one leg he is having 30 bones. So what is the total number of bones adult is having in one hand and one leg? You add the both, 27 plus 30 is your 57. So the answer is 57. Clear? You can write it down with pencil in your book itself. Just in the side of the question, you can just write the answer, that is 57. 57 bones. Understood? Okay. Now we will move to the social studies fun. It is just for your knowledge. You see, monkeys and humans have a similar skeletal system. Yes, if you have observed monkeys, you can see their skeletal system and the human skeletal system is almost the same body structure. Yes, same body structure. Yes, so monkeys and humans have a same skeletal system. Okay, now here are some of the food items, okay, that can keep your bones healthy. See here. Talk to your child about the food that keeps bones healthy. Encourage him or her to have more calcium rich food items like. Since it is a note to a parent, but you can note it down. Yes, it is a note to a parent, but you can note it down. The food items that can be useful to keep your bones healthy. Okay, so what are they? Milk, curd, cheese, and other milk products. I told you in the very first day of starting this chapter that milk is very important for our bones because it provides calcium. So you can use the various milk products. Okay, next is the green vegetables such as broccoli and cabbage. Third is soya beans and soya drinks. Fourth is nuts, any type of nuts. Next is bread and the fish such as sardines. So these are the food products, these are the food items which will help you to keep your bones strong and healthy. Clear? So now we will discuss the workbook questions, some of the workbook questions. So I will discuss the questions, after which you can write the answers by yourself. Clear? Okay, let us see. State the number of bones in an adult human being. So what should be the answer? How many bones do we have? It is 206. Okay. What do the bones in the head form? What do the bones in our head form? It is the skull. Okay. Number 3. Dash are places where two bones meet. So what is that place called where two bones meet? Yes, correct. Joints. Backbone is also called the, what is the other name of backbone? Yeah, the other name of backbone is your vertebra. Okay. What do we call the hard material inside our body? Inside our body, what we call that hard material? It is the bone. What connects the neck to the lower back of our bone? From the neck to the lower back of our bone, what is that one called? It is our backbone. Yes? Okay. Let's move to the next page. Define a skeletal system. Name the important parts of the skeletal system. So the bones together form the skeletal system, isn't it? And what are the different parts? The different parts are skull, ribs, and the backbone. Yes, okay. Next, move to true and false. The skeletal systems give shape and support to the body. True or false? True. Skull helps to stay erect. True or false? False. Because skull doesn't help us to stay erect, but our backbone helps us to stay erect, isn't it? Okay. Ribs run down from the neck to the lower back of our body. True or false? False, because ribs is a chest bone. Yes or no? Okay. Bones store minerals inside them. True or false? True. Okay. Now see question number 12. In the diagram given below, level the parts of the skeletal system that protects the brain and the heart. Two parts are given. First is brain and the heart. So you have to tell which part of the skeletal system protects these two parts. Okay, given parts. First is brain. So which part of the skeletal system protects your brain? It is the skull. Yes. And which part of the skeletal system protects your heart? Where is your heart? Your heart is in the left side of your chest. So what protects your chest? That is your rib cage. Yes or no? Yes. So the answer will be rib cage. You have to level it. Okay, you have to level it. You got the diagram. You have to level it. Just put a line according to the part, give an arrow, and then you write it. Clear? Okay. Next is, see, number 13. What makes our bones strong? So what makes our bones strong? The minerals inside it. Is it no? The minerals inside it makes our bones strong. Okay. Next, look at the given images. How does the skeletal system give shape and support to the body in this cases? So there are two images which also including the parts of the skeletal system. So you have to tell how they are giving the shape and support to the body, to your body. The first one is your skull. So when I say skull, I say that it protects the brain and it also give our facial structures. Yes or no? Do you remember the picture of the skull? Yes, the skull is having the two parts. Yes, the skull was having the two parts. First one, where the brain could be put inside, and the next was the facial bones. Yes, which give structures to our face. So the answer will be the skull protects the brain as well as gives shapes to the face. Next is your backbone. Yes, what happens, what backbones provide us? The backbone help us to stand erect. It gives us a straight posture. Yes or no? Because if we don't have a backbone, we cannot stand straight, we cannot sit straight. So backbone helps us to be erect or straight in our posture. Clear? Okay. The next you see, which of the following should we take for making bones healthy? So out of this 4 points, you have to tick which food will help to make the bones healthy. The first one is pulses, cold drinks, water, fried fruits. Fried fruits. So tell me. The answer will be yes, correct, pulses. Yes or no? Pulses can make our bones strong and healthy. So we will stop it here. Okay, next class we will continue with the leftover questions of the workbook. So what you have to do, you have to write the answers in your workbook. Whatever questions I have discussed with you, the answers you have got. Yes or no? So you have to write down the answers in your workbook correctly till question number 15. Understood, everyone? So we will stop here today. Next class we will continue with the leftover questions of our workbook. So till then, take care, everyone.